Hey guys, what's going on? SpitBrix here, back for another LEGO video, and in this video we're going to be checking out a ton of unique and creative LEGO building techniques. Many of these may fall underneath the category of illegal LEGO building techniques, as some people may refer to them, but I'll let you guys decide on whether these LEGO building techniques are pure genius or just cursed, because some of these start getting pretty crazy, so be sure to stick around for the entire video, and as always, if you guys go on to enjoy, be sure to let me know with a like rating down below. Now, I've noticed that a lot of these clever building techniques take advantage of the LEGO bracket piece. There's a ton of different variations of the piece, but basically these builders are able to transform the capabilities of their creation because these are very powerful pieces, very special ones as well. However, there are builders that stick to the very basic and standard bricks and are able to also create some amazing creations and techniques, which we'll be looking at in this video. Of course, some of them you can see on screen right now, like using Technic pins to reverse the studs on a brick and create kind of like a double-sided brick. There's many different variations of that technique to try and accomplish that, where you have studs on both sides of the brick, including even using cheese slope pieces here. But these are just some of the very basic ones, and the rest of the video we'll check out some more obscure ones. I think this is a great example to start out with because you can create a LEGO ring using 40 1x1 modified brick pieces. That's a lot of this piece you need, but if you need some sort of ring for your LEGO creation or build that you're trying to create, well, here's one of your options. There are also some rings you can make with questionable LEGO bricks, such as these 1x4 axle pieces. You'd need 80 of these. Like, who would actually do this? I'm not sure, but it's kind of funny to look at. By using some LEGO bracket pieces as well as some 2x4 LEGO plates, you can create a singular brick with studs on 4 sides of it, and you can see it over on the right. That is a beast of a brick. This next one is actually one of my favorites. I think this is a super clever technique using 2 LEGO camera type pieces as well as a couple of those bracket pieces that I had mentioned earlier in this video, and together you can create a 2x2 brick with studs both on the top and bottom. It's like a double-sided 2x2 brick. Not to mention that you could also build on the sides of the brick as well. That is a very versatile brick you've just created. This next one I like to call the ice cream sandwich technique. Now the plates are facing inwards so that there are no studs showing there. However, you have these 1x1 bricks with all the knobs on the sides of the studs going around them, and you could attach bricks on there. So this would also be a very interesting piece to try and incorporate into a LEGO build. Here's a very interesting LEGO building concept where you could kind of create a cobblestone path or maybe a wall using 1x1 clip pieces, clipping them to each other, and then combining them all together. I was also recently tagged in an Instagram photo by Bricks Galore where he was showing off one of his walls that he had just been experimenting using different LEGO techniques to create a sort of cobblestone look using some cool techniques like cheese slope stacking that I really like, and I've kind of pointed to it there so you guys can see what I mean, as well as a lot of other brick cramming techniques that are definitely on the illegal side of LEGO building, but very interesting as well. Like I said, he just kind of did it for fun. If you've ever wanted to combine 2 bricks with Technic holes in the middle, you could always put a Technic pin in one of them, attach a 1x1 LEGO stud on top, and then push them together, and all of a sudden now you have 2 of the 1x2 bricks that are actually hooked together. In a similar fashion, you can use these LEGO bricks with Technic holes and actually place LEGO plates, and they fit perfectly. The studs kind of match up with those Technic pin holes on the bricks. So here these images use like a translucent clear brick so you could see through and see how they attach. So this is a very interesting brick that's definitely illegal, by the way, that could be fun to use while building. By using this LEGO building technique, you can position the studs that you can build from in any of 4 ways. Of course, on the top or one of the sides, or even the bottom. This is using a brick with a cross Technic hole through it, where you can then place another brick there and secure it using a Technic pin. Here's a building technique that I would probably consider to be very cursed and, kind of weird. Well, we have 4 of these LEGO brick pieces that usually attach into a base and then are able to swivel, where you can, swivel whatever bricks are attached to it, but instead, you can actually take all 4 of them and put them together. Now, I wonder who came up with this, because this is just very random to stumble across one day. Here are what they call grilled levers, and this is definitely another sort of cursed building technique. You get the levers from the joystick pieces that come in many LEGO sets. You just take the joystick piece basically out from the base and then wedge them in the grill pieces here and place another one on top. Yeah, if you're a LEGO designer and you're watching this video, you're probably in a bit of pain, or maybe you like the creativity. If you've ever wanted to make a 2x2 brick with an extra available stud connection, all you need is a couple 3/4 plates, as well as a few other pieces such as a Lego stud clip, and if you attach them all together like seen in this image, well now you have 3 different places or 3 different directions you could build from on the brick. Did you know that you can actually use levers from a Lego joystick piece to combine 2 Lego plates? And it actually works really well, like there hardly is any gap whenever you do this, but fair warning that these pieces can get really stuck in here, and you could ruin your Lego plate, which is why Lego designers and Lego themselves don't advocate for this building technique. It's definitely one of the illegal ones, as people would call it, but illegal for a reason, because you're kind of playing with fire here, because it may damage your Lego bricks or be very, very hard to separate. On a similar note, if you want a gap in between it, or you want to be using a Lego gear piece, well, you could actually include a gear piece in between 2 plates as well. Obviously, it wouldn't ever go flush like the joystick pieces attach these 2 plates together, but it gives it a very interesting texture look if you need that for building. Well, this is a very unique building technique to say the least. In front of you, we have 15 Lego minifigure hands attached to the rim of 1 Lego bowl piece, and together you can make a minifigure hand sun? Yeah, I'm not really sure what else you'd use it for. If you can think of anything creative, let me know in a comment down below. What would you use this for? We're back at it with another building technique using Lego brackets. I told you they'd be used a lot. This one here, though, you can also create some sort of ring using brackets. And this one is just kind of boggles the mind looking at this picture. It's kind of crazy because the tops of the bracket, the 1x2 section, hooks in the middle between the studs of the 2x2 section that comes down. It's a really crazy one to look at. Oh yeah, this is a pretty wild one, and a lot of these from this point on get pretty crazy, so stick with me, you won't want to miss them. This building technique in particular uses Lego clip pieces to then combine a bunch of bricks together and create so you can build on basically 4 sides of this contraption. This next one is also a pretty advanced one, but honestly it creates a really cool end result. Using just a few pieces, honestly, here, you can create a brick that has a top and a bottom with studs, but also can rotate out. So now you have a hinge joint piece in there, in which then you can build on that as well. So that's very cool. I know you guys all really like these circular Lego building techniques here, so here's another one. This one actually creates a very pretty, like, wreath sort of final product using just a few Lego bricks in a contraption that you can repeat multiple times until you complete the circle. It's using a hinge joint piece as well as a 1x2 cheese slope and create a very cool end result. So in the last video I did covering some really creative Lego building techniques, I showed you guys this one called the outward facing Lego cylinder. However, what if I told you there was an even more advanced and larger version of this Lego cylinder? Well, here it is, and look at this thing, it is crazy. So it has that entire inner working like skeleton, and then you're able to create and put the plates on top to create the end result of the cylinder. There's even a stud at the very top and bottom where you could still attach things on there, or even create a bunch of these and create sort of like a silo or a long tube-like build. This next one is simple in concept, but also very creative. It's something you may not have tried. You can take 1x1 bricks and place them on a plate, and then rotate them diagonally, and now all of a sudden you have diagonal intersections for your build. Before you go, be sure to comment your favorite Lego building technique from this video down below. Also leave a like if you guys did go on to enjoy, and check out more videos on screen right now. To see more cool Lego building techniques, check out the video over on the left. I'm SpitBrix, have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video coming very soon.